Hey everybody, welcome. I'm Uncle Stef. So, why is learning React as your first technology a bad idea? Well, because to actually be able to program in React effectively, you have to understand the technologies that are underneath React. That includes HTML5, CSS3, and JavaScript. People jump to learning React right away with no prior experience in coding because they think they're going to cheat their way to the high-paying job. They figure, wow, I'll just skip ahead, I'll just learn React directly, and then I'll get the job and I don't have to learn that other stuff. It doesn't work that way. Sorry guys, it just doesn't work that way. A common story that I get from people time and time again, they've taken 1, 2, 3, 4 or more React courses, and after 1, 2 years, they still don't understand what they're doing, they still don't have a job, they're frustrated, they figure they don't know how to code. I think they're convinced by people out there who say, well, learn React, get this high-paying job. What they fail to mention is that really to jump into React, you have to know your fundamentals first. That's the quickest way to learning React, is actually to understand your fundamentals. So the fundamentals of React, of course, are the technologies in which React sits on top of. That includes HTML5, CSS3, JavaScript. You got to learn these things, but more than the languages, you have to understand the environment. You understand the web browser, what it means to program on the web browser, what it means to do server-side coding, understanding client-server model, the request-response model, stateless nature of the internets, of the web. These are all very important things. If you don't understand these concepts and these techniques, you're going to be hitting the wall and you're going to be constantly frustrated trying to learn React directly. Here's the thing. Once you learn the fundamentals, which you can learn quickly, then learning React on your own, just go to the React website and just follow the hello world, just the how-tos. You'll be up and running fairly quickly with React. Are you going to be an expert in React in 2 days? No. But you'll be able to get your foot in the door, you'll be able to start writing React code because you'll understand what React is doing behind the scenes. All that React is doing, this library, is it has a bunch of pre-built code for you. So you don't have to write it. That's it. So if you understand conceptually what React is doing, then it makes it a lot easier for you to work with React. That's it, that's all. So it is a mistake to jump into React as your first technology. You don't want to learn React first. You want to learn your web stack first, then you jump into React. If you do that, you'll get to your goal. Let me talk about the job opportunities in React. Yes, there are a lot of job opportunities. It's very popular. It is right now the most popular front-end framework out there. The big competitors, of course, Angular, Vue, and then there's React. They all have their pros and their cons, all three of these libraries, and they all have lots of jobs. Depending on where you live in the world, you may find more React, you may find more Vue, although I believe as I record this in late December, well, early December 2021, there are more React jobs. But if you, for example, learn Vue, and then you decide you need to pivot into React because of job opportunities or whatever other reasons, it'll be very easy for you. It'll be very easy for you. You'll see a lot of similarities between the frameworks. Each one has their pros and cons, depending on the type of job that you're working on, depending on who you speak to. One person will say React is better, somebody else will say Vue is better. You got to look at these technologies much in the same way you might look at cars. Depending on who you talk to, some will prefer Porsche, some will prefer Audi, some will prefer Lexus, some will prefer SUVs versus sports cars. It depends on what your use case is, right? If you want to go off-roading, you don't want to get a 911, right? You want to get some really strong SUV. Vice versa, if you want to hit the track, you probably want a 911, you don't want an SUV for that. Same thing with these libraries and these technologies and these languages, very circumstantial. Anyway, back to React. React, lots of jobs, lots of opportunities, but don't make the mistake so many people make, figuring they're going to get there quicker by learning React first. You have to know your fundamentals. Once you know your fundamentals, ironically, learning React will be quite easy for you. So take my advice. I'm Uncle Stef. I've been nerding out since 1994. I know what I'm talking about. So if you're looking to learn how to code, how to be a professional developer, I invite you to check out my mentoring program. Link is below. This is a very unique program because it teaches you everything that you need to know to be a professional developer. My main goal with the program is to get you to be job ready. It's specialized on the web stack, although you will learn Python, object-oriented programming, databases, and so much more, JavaScript, HTML, CSS, etc. But once you've done the fundamentals, as I just discussed in this video, you will feel comfortable jumping into a whole bunch of different technologies. When you join the program, you see we have people doing all kinds of different technologies. Some people will be doing Python Django, some people JavaScript, some people will be working with WordPress, Shopify. It's all over the place. We have people who are total beginners, who have never written code before, or people who've tried other coding programs and couldn't get past them. And we also have people with 20 plus years experience. Now you may be asking yourself, why would somebody with 20 plus years experience join a mentoring program? That's because the program teaches you much more than just coding. That's where it's unique. I am essentially in the program transferring my decades of experience to you, not only as a programmer coder, but also as a freelancer, as an entrepreneur, as somebody who manages money, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. You're going to find that these courses are going to have an impact on your life in such a way that you never thought possible. It really is me trying to convey onto you, transfer onto you, information, experience that took me decades to accrue. You are going to get it very quickly. You can be up and running, writing pro code within a few months if you follow the program. And the great thing about the program is that though you get a nice structure, it's flexible to work around your work schedule. If you can do an hour a day, fantastic. If you can do 3 hours a day, fantastic. If you can only do a half an hour a day, that's also cool. If it takes you 3 months to get your head wrapped around JavaScript, or it takes you 4 months, that's fine. You are not bound by some artificial timeline. This is modern education. I've been working with schools for over a decade now, some of the most elite schools in North America. And so I'm bringing all that advanced educational experience and software development experience to this program. Again, you can verify that I'm the real deal in industry, not just in education. If you're interested in the mentoring program, there will be a link below this video, and you can book a private consult and ask any questions you need to ask about the program before you jump in. Thanks for watching.